Alright, I had some guys ask me about my plane, my Skywalker. Now it's seen better days. It's in pretty rough shape, but it's still intact and it's still flyable. It's got a lot of packing tape on it, the reinforced type. I think you can probably see it there. But it really holds the plane together. This thing's been in some pretty serious crashes, and it's not pretty anymore, but it's still flyable. It's still solid, you know. The wing has been busted in half. It's been repaired, and it's got packing tape on the bottom and around the center there. But it's still solid in one piece. So anyways, let's look into the guts of this thing. I've had a few questions. I laid all this out when I put the airplane together. I put all the wires in before I joined the two halves. This airplane comes in two fuselage sides, and you glue it together. So I laid everything out. I put basically all the wires inside and through the tail boom section before I even glued it together, and it worked out real well. So I got a BEC up here. It's a 7.5 amp. It's probably way more than you need, but OSD Pro Eagle Tree, data logger V4. Down here is a chain link receiver, and on the floor of it, I think you might be able to see it right there, is the Guardian stabilization unit. It's like you see, it's very small, smaller than my finger. And that's it for the inside. Up in the nose, it's a huge spot. You can put that's a 4S 5000 4S battery pack, and I mean, you could probably put two of them in there. It's got a ton of room. Okay. So my wires come up, goes up to a little tilt pan on the front. My video camera. Nothing special there. This is a cable for my data logger. It's a USB cable that I just wind up and leave up in the nose here. I just unwound it so I could show it to you. So after a day of flying, I can just plug this into my laptop, and I can pull telemetry off of it if I want. So I'll know, you know, I can lay it over Google Earth and see where I've flown if I want, and how fast and high and all that kind of stuff. The back is the TX. It's a 5.8 gigahertz 500 milliwatt job. It's probably, you know, close to a year old. Been through some bad crashes and stuff, and it's still intact and works just fine. It's got a fan here that seems to work fine, and it's got a built-in microphone. It is in the prop wash. The motor I use, which is more actually it's a lot bigger motor than you need, but it's a 3548 1100 kV with a 9.4 prop. It's just a nothing special prop. Comes complete with grass stains, and it's a little wider blade than the APC. The motor mounts into the back. It's just bolted to a plywood plate and glued in. There's different ways you could mount it, but that works. It's, you know, it's solid. The tail back here is the antenna for the chain link, the long range setup. That's what's sticking up through there. Nothing special back here, no real reinforcements. I do have more packing tape again right up in here, because this has been broken and glued back together. It's a lot stronger now with some packing tape, a little bit on the top. That's about it for this thing. So one other thing, right up in the top here is a voltage regulator. It takes a 4S battery pack power and drops it down to 11.5 volts and powers my video system, so I don't have a separate battery in there for that. It does have an adjustable voltage. I don't know if you can see it. Right there, that blue thing, there's a screw in the end, and you can turn that and change the voltage. Just put a voltmeter on it and adjust it, and it seems to work great. I don't keep my speed control in the top. I find it gets too hot, so I've mounted it on the side. I did have it back here before. I find this is the best place. It gets good airflow, and may not look pretty, but it works. And I think that's about it for the old Skywalker. Okay, hope that helps some of you. Okay, that's it.